Oh, thank you, Drakenel. He says, good job. Most gamers you've seen would have never figured out a fight like that or stuck with it to learn, right? I have played, I've beaten Dragon's Dogma, I think, 3 times. So, I'm familiar with some of the gimmicks, but yeah, it's like I've never done a fresh hard mode. So thinking about the best way to do that is a big part of the fun. So yeah, hope that you all like that too. I know copper is a pretty common upgrade ingredient. Always fun when you get rocks though. Another thing too is that for those of you playing along, is that early game especially when you have more materials than you plan on using, just sell them. Yeah, there's a sorcerer augment that gives you a bonus for it, but seriously, they're worth quite a bit.
That said, that generally only applies probably in the mid game. So I know in the late game it seemed like you had plenty of cash to go around.
Yeah.
What's that?
Now here's something you want to look out for. There are some snakes. Ah, there's one. Gotcha. They're not quite in honor of Resident Evil. They're not, oh, there we are.
This looks interesting.
Oh, is this a snake skin? Sweet. Oh, those two, are those dead or are they just coiled up? Yeah. This is the most passive snakes ever. Just waiting for people just to, come
Well, they did manage
along.
to slither into the boxes.
True. Tis barred shut. Okay, is it? Oh, right, we got a couple more. Oh man, I didn't save after the Saurian fight. Let's see, can I save now? Nope. Okay. Pawns, go get it. I will supervise.
And I agree with Drakenel. They would have just bashed their faces against melee and wind the games too hard before leaving.
Right. These guys don't seem to be too powerful. That being said, let's... Oh yeah, that's not too bad. We have a... One of them running around back there, right? Yeah. There we go. Snipe his kneecaps. And some mushrooms that won't poison us. Even better. Yeah, whenever I was seeing the thing for mice, I was thinking it referred to... Let's see if I can find any of them, because I think there's some in here. Maybe not. Yeah, but there are rooms that have really, really small mice running around. And I thought I referred to them, but no, the full-size rats count. So needless to say, it makes it pretty easy to get that request. And the reason that threw me off is you totally can snipe the tiny mice, and you got like 3 experience points for it. Let's see. Aha. Better. What do we have here? Berries. Well, you want to have some fruit in there to stave off scurvy.
Although that just reminds me of some of the horrific research that Wayne and I did about.
Oh yeah.
So among other things, the thing that we were both amazed by was how people would figure out how to stop scurvy, then they would apparently forget.
Right.
Until thousands of people died of scurvy. It's we should probably figure out a way to solve this.
Mm-hmm.
But holy cow.
Yeah, just reading up on how the British Navy discovered it and lost it, discovered it and lost it, and yeah. And as cost-cutting measures, they would sometimes just not even bother, equipping people with enough veggies or enough vitamin C and everything. Ah, Drakenel is saying the Hearthspud juice family that we hang out in nuts and make excellent curatives. Yeah, it basically. Oh, let's try that on actually. So we have a curative.
Yes, the cure for scurvy is leeches. Dr. Sprawl's prescription is right on.
Make something unknown, so we can combine it with... Oh, rousing perfume. That's the one that cures everybody, right? A bit of stamina to the entire party. Very cool.
Huh.
And then we've got, let's see, Hearthspud sauce, and combine that with a nut. Rousing incense. Okay. I don't think I ever bothered to make those, Drakenel. Appreciate it. I did figure out for the very first time how easy it is to make crimson concoctions. It was like, although I'm going to have to check the footage to remember what they were, but but I totally did do it. Let's put our lantern away. Yeah, pawns lanterns don't actually need oil. You remember we gave Leon we gave lantern empty Leon. We gave Leon an empty lantern, and it still worked.
Said it a little too fast.
Yeah. And there's some wolves here, but we are totally not going to deal with them.
Yeah, they one-shotted you a couple of times.
Yeah, well, along with everything else.
Yeah. That's true, especially at early levels. You really seem to be quite flimsy.
Right.
I bet Leon could take you down with one knife stab.
So let's go into the encampment, check our skills, and I had thought that because what's supposed to happen is when you leave the encampment, a messenger from Cassius will run up and tell you that Kina went missing, and that hasn't happened yet. So it must be after this next event, but before be the one after that. So let's grab our skills, level up, and rest, and then do that one. The Hearthspud sauce with large nuts make the full party heal. Gotcha, thank you. Yeah, let's go ahead. I probably don't have any more sauce now. Let's see. Hearthspud juice. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately not. But let's combine that with a large nut there. Balmy perfume. Pretty cool. Let's deposit a fair bit of this stuff. Check our skills, of course. So what do we have? We have... So when I mentioned about Leon or Ashley being able to throw lanterns and light people on fire, this is what I had in mind.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So we'll grab that one. And Helm Splitter is very, very good. But I think we're going to focus... We're not going to be keeping her in... Actually, this is going to be useful too. We're going to need to do some sniping later. Let's see.
Yeah, I do agree with Drakenel's suggestion to, whenever you go through the item storage, just go through and combine everything.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. I like having Engrave because that lets you mix in kicks, which switches the dagger from blunt or from strike, basically slash to bludgeoning, which is pretty handy in certain scenarios. And then more stuff we can't really use yet. Well, endurance would have been good, come to think of it.
Right.
Oh well. For Leon, we will grab... Let's see... He'll be sticking with us for a while. So you want to pick things that pawns can use well. Let's do... we'll get our shotgun. And we'll get our sniper rifle. Well, first of all, we'll grab... let's do... Helm Splitter. Helm Splitter is just really, really good. So we'll grab that. And then how about... I think that also helps out while you're climbing to enemies. So let's grab that first. Then yeah, Cloudburst went up. Alright, so we've got Splitter. Equip all this stuff. There we go. And we have, let's see, we'll do that. Excellent. Okay. And no augments. Probably should have been thinking ahead a bit and got that. Yeah, Biting Wind is pretty... I should have got Biting Wind. That is very true. It can get you into or out of danger. So, yeah, I will probably grab that next. Let's deposit the stuff that's already starting to go rotten. And then the stagnant shrooms will poison us, the other ones won't, so no point in just holding on to those. And the fish I'm planning on giving as gifts, and I think you don't want to wait till they start to go rotten.
Yeah, I don't think that would be think I would say something quite different for the person you give it to.
Alright. Put this stuff away. And what do we have here? Ah, bugles, right. Put those away. And all this stuff. Just seriously. Alright. What is... That's... Oh, that's the starting daggers, yeah. Pretty stone, okay. Let Leon hold on to that. It's already rotten. You can't really do anything else with it. So, restore some health. Whenever we swap the pawns out, they'll put all their stuff away automatically. So we'll just do that. Oh, what it? Ooh, leather healer's robe, leather hat. Some rusted daggers too. Interesting. Rusted weapons are kind of interesting because when you finish upgrading them, I thought somebody picked up a red leather hat, or maybe not.
What will it be today? Have you come again?
So I think the leather hat is the one I already have.
Did you answer Lorax's
Oh,
question?
what? You make Leon throw eggs at enemies. I don't think you can because they're in the curative section. Let's see. Let's give Leon a rotten egg.
What will it be today?
Let's see, Leon. So withdraw that for Leon.
What will it be today? Have you come again?
And curatives. Nope. You have to hold them. Draconels, is twitching at me for not putting all non-essential curatives and tools in there. That's just me. Yeah, that's true. Well, part of it is stuff I'm holding on to for it to go rank. And yeah, but you are right that there's a couple things I could afford to dump in there. Like we don't need the nuts. Green are good. Night cries. Keep a couple poison cures on hand. We don't yet have enough. Yeah, that's true. When are we going to run to those things for now? Seriously. And then, balmy perfume, some health. Yeah, those things are pretty easy to make, so I'm not too worried about it. And then, yeah, some of this we're just waiting for it to go bad.
What will it be
Okay.
today? Have you come again?
And then, let's see, does Mercedes have us rest as part of it? I think she does.
I am Mercedes. I lead the men of the enlistment corps. I've heard talk of the Arisen.
Talk of the
They say
Arisen.
you hold dominion over the pawns.
Oh, Dominion makes it sound kind of like slavery.
Myself, but they are a clumsy lot.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was kind of thinking about how clear it is about who can give pawns orders. Because your Mercedes and some people clearly try to, but...
It seems like since the pawns don't really have that much, that much will of their own, they probably do, follow orders if given by somebody sufficiently forceful. But it's definitely not the, the actual bond that they have with an Arisen.
Right.
That's what I would guess.
Lots of herbs are merely combined to make alt of use, Draconel says. But a lot of food is not necessary. But do you feel the same way now? I love this cutscene.
It is slightly ruined for me because there's only one thing in my mind of this. Leon, help! Yeah, I do like that cutscene.
So there are a couple different ways of dealing with this. The first one is you can just, or like Leon did, you can just straight up start firing cloudburst volley at them, hit a bunch of the heads, do lots and lots of damage. Also, you can also climb up them and sever the necks that way.
That's what the warriors are supposed to do.
Right. I like running and grabbing these. Oh, you can't run while holding them.
Oh no, it's yawn. There you go.
I've got one
Not that it didn't
more.
hold on to damage, but...
Let's see, and I hit the one on the right?
Yes.
Ashley?
The cultist totally would have grabbed you at this point.
Okay, seriously? There's a great fight coming over there, and I'm trying to grab the stupid... Okay. Fine.
Draconel says pawns generally are only as effective as the one commanding them. Mercedes' thing is that she commands no real respect, thus the pawns are not terribly eager to follow.
Interesting.
I can see that.
Leon was going to town on that guy.
And yeah, one poor guy just got his got himself eaten.
Right. And just before we could kill one of the heads and drive it off. Sucks to be guard number 3 or whoever he was. R.I.P. dude. And yep, that was a symbol of the Sadler Salazar guy again. Speaking of lack of respect, watching Mercedes get elbowed aside by her own guys.
Right.
I want to get a closer look at the severed Hydra head.
Ancient tales of the Arisen are well
Draconel says the Arisen by default is chosen because of powerful will. The will to face down a dragon, for instance, so they get the most out of the pawns. That makes sense. It's not something intrinsic to being the Arisen, but just the same properties that would tend to make somebody an Arisen. Does it make them good at commanding pawns?
I can see that.
Swift footwork. Impressive, truly.
As part of Mercedes'
Inability to grab explosive barrels, you know.
Yeah. As part of Mercedes' problem is that she's quite willful herself, but nobody gives her respect anyway.
I'd hoped to
And some of that is circumstances out of her control. I guess she's from, what is it, Valdoa, I think, is this game's, no, that's where Julian's from. But yeah, she's from this game's France, and as kind of a, diplomatic emissary. So yeah, nobody really takes her seriously. I believe... What is the trigger?
What? You have some business? Time is scarce. A rotten head makes for a poor
Okay, so Rude Awakening.
your help. Hold on.
Deep trouble. Yeah, report back to him. Okay, I think... Or maybe it's like that starts the quest, but you can go until...
We'd best speak to Sir Mercedes.
Yeah, I think you have until you meet her at the Way Castle, I want to say. Let's leave town this way and see if the next event triggers. And if it doesn't, then I'll know that... how the side quest thing... See, it's really weird how the side quest things work in this one. You have we're about to get to the cutoff point for the first couple. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Creature. I saw it from my spot at the post. It's been dispatched then? Bang. Hold a moment. Is Kina not with you?
So yeah, Kina goes missing, and this will definitely take us a ways out of our way.
I thought you accompanied her. These are dark times for a girl alone in the wilds. Any idea what
I don't actually think this one comes due until later, but I still want to be careful about it.
After Kina. I pray she wouldn't attempt the forest.
Okay, so let's go follow up on this one, get this quest, run back to the encampment, and then move on. It'll also give me time to go buy the new stuff that's become available. Flython is interested to see how we handle the thief. Sometimes he's a nightmare. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yes, true. I think that one becomes available too right now. Draconel, no one is arisen by destiny or some nonsense. They're chosen because they have that spark of willpower. You see, the dragon doesn't notice till you stand up and try to shank him. We're definitely full of something. To go take a rusty iron sword and stab it into a dragon's paw a couple times till he leaves our town alone.
Perhaps Kina left some.
All right.
It seems like at least one pawn knows about this quest.
Right. So we still have to check out Bitter Black Isle at night.
You've slain the monsters of the well, have you? Truly you are. I think upon it, 'twas my hiding in the well what brought the day.
Now that I think upon it.
I take no credit, mind. I simply feared I'd be blamed for releasing monsters upon the village for having opened up the well. Tis a
Yeah,
relief to know
for
you're
rightful reason, I would assume.
I owe you at least this much for all you. I shall strive.
Yeah, I don't know how well Saurians could climb,
Commit myself
so
to becoming a
there probably would have been too
soldier
much
fit to
danger.
defend the land.
The dragon is basically like, yeah, you are worthy. We'll be trading out these pawns shortly, I would think.
Stemmed the threat ere it reached the village.
Yeah, try to get some higher level ones. What level are we at now? We're at 10? Yeah, 10. Let's go talk to him.
Hold, Minnow. I'd have your ear a moment. It's been a full sun since last I saw Kina. She spoke
No matter how long it takes to get here, it's always been one day since anybody's seen her.
She's gone there for true.
Yeah, that's true. The dragon. Yeah, come get me if you can. Right. Yeah, I love that line when you're prompted to choose your weapon, to choose your quest. It's my kind do not heed the toothless. So he is totally waiting for you to become powerful enough to challenge him. Which that kind of feeds back to the whole nature of cycles and come on, pawns are awesome. The whole nature of cycles and everything. Yeah, after each basically major event in the plot, merchants tend to upgrade their stock. So in this case, you start selling the specialty arrows, and I'm probably going to grab some. Wait a minute, throw blast for 12. Is that right? Is that what Madeline was charging, or did she charge more? I can't remember. I wouldn't be surprised if she charged more.
Right.
Oil arrows can be good to get enemies covered in oil, so that fire-using pawns could do more damage to them. Let's see, sleeper arrows. Thing is, for what we're about to do, I don't think we really need anything special. That's more for when you're gearing up to deal with the boss. So, new there. Okay, so we're starting to get some new goodies. But we lose Leon's amazing care that way, so we can't have that. So let's do... Yeah, just lose your hair completely, so we're not going to do that. Traveler shirt is new. Let's do... I'm going to grab one of everything just for more fashion dogma. So feeded vest. Skull belts. Yes. I think we might switch to that. Everybody but a mage can use those too. Then I think I was meaning to get a leather jacket for Leon, but I think has he got one? Yeah. So let's do leather belts. Chest guard, which is what she's wearing right now, I believe. And that's a new thing for mages. That's for mages too, okay. So wooden bands, scholar bangle, and then we already have a novice bracers, I believe. I thought the scholar's bangle did give you a magic bonus, but apparently not. Anyway, let's buy. I'll get our funny moon guards too. Then, so WWE Diva shorts, traveler tights. I don't have any of those yet. Hemp worker. I think the worker pants are what we have on right now. And that's a fair bit of magic, or a fair bit of defense. That's armor. So that's unfortunately just worse in all ways. And then then she sells the cape that gives you more HP, which that's a tough one. It's like I guess if we can get out of the one hit zone, that's probably a good place to be. So we'll do that. And we'll mess around with the fashion dogma itself later. But for now, let's equip that instead. And see, I don't think there's anything we need there. Yeah, I think we're actually pretty much fine. Oh, that's right. We're going to try on our skull belts.
Yes, indeed.
So hoping to get a pan of the Hydra's head and frame like that, but
alas,
I cannot say what the puzzle. It will be slow going with your cart. I dare say you will have.
she is not kidding about that. This is our first. This will be. I should say. I said is. This will be our first actual escort mission. So we're not doing it right away. So off of its head. So there we go. So until we actually advance that, I think we're good to go.
Dreckenow's pretty sure that hiring a random NPC pawn out there is an achievement.
Huh, okay. We'll have to make sure to do that then. Well, when I don't have nothing else pressing to do.
Hello.
There's somebody who just used the default settings. Has she been trained any?
Yes,
Nope.
Susan. Yes, Susan.
Vanille, oh my gosh. Well, she's actually gotten some levels and has not been summoned, as far as I can tell.
Yes, Arisen.
So,
Yes,
probably get her next time.
Yes, Arisen.
And yeah, we'll take a look around later.
There are palms there among the
Also, did I grab the? Yeah, and the camp does not magically repair itself. You know, it will be destroyed and burning for pretty much the entire rest of the game.
And a fun fact, if you just leave after accepting a quest, she does get mad when you return.
Nice. Well, clearly we'll have to show that off then. Can I pick this up now? Nope. So it's clearly there.
Right. Well done. You managed to scare an NPC.
Oh, there's one. I could have just used that one. Yeah.
That's probably the one you're supposed to use as a point of fact.
Okay, so now we should be able to go back and do that catching the thief thing in Castardus that the guys were talking about.
Yeah, I guess off stream you'll want to go to Bitter Black just to get that dialogue away.
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge chair.
I will do it off stream. You know, as soon as nighttime hits next, I'll go over there just to visit it and talk about it a little bit.
Oh, fair enough.
Oi, good fisher. I have a favour to ask of you.
All right, good fisher.
It is a matter of warding the village from crime.
Warding the village from crime. Is this broken windows policing? Yeah, I don't know if I'm comfortable with this.
I knew I could rely on you. Truth be told, the crime has already come. A thief. He strikes the same spots each time. Geraldo's grocery and Estella's.
A lot of people will be stealing from the inn. Now, it would be neat if, while this quest was ongoing, you like the freebies in there would stop spawning. That'd be a pretty neat touch. Especially since he steals food, right?
A skilled wretch too, and well crafty. There is a strict order to his thieving.
You think that would make him easy to catch, but Drakenel says, yeah, the sad thing is she's probably used to people blowing her off to do menial stuff. That's
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's important because Mercedes is involved in other quests. It's important to remember that nobody respects her in Grancis. It's nobody. Well, there's one or two people. There's some people that mention her in other escort missions, and some of them will say complimentary things about her, but those are pretty rare. Let's see. So, if you've come to an opossum quest, let's see. Are we going? Drat.
Take care you aren't soaked in water.
Let's
Well,
go.
a little late on that.
Did she just use a spicy tea too, or did she pick one up? There we go. Yeah,
Spicy mushroom.
basically the indicator for when a pawn picks up something is like it moving toward, like basically moving off screen toward it, and the icon of them using it is the opposite. So yeah, if you're just kind of glancing at it, it's easy to miss rather. Which one just happened?
Right.
So, well, that's pointing us to Bitter Black Isle game. There we go. Okay, much better.
Hey, there's nothing menial about killing 10 seagulls. Flython is exactly right.
Okay, it should be right up there. Oh, there's a thought. Drakena says, the quest made a lot easier if you knock the thief down first to full bend or the stun skill. There's a thought. I didn't even think about actually attacking him. I always just went for the grab.
Aye, there's a thief about, and I've the missing wares to prove it. I even chanced to
Basically, if you make sure you're in very light encumbrance, you shouldn't have too much trouble getting him. He won't attack you.
Quick as a flash he was. I'd have been impressed had I not been so angry.
Okay, that's one down. And then, let's see, Geraldo was the other one. Let's see key. Stella. Nobody's even there. 8-ball, hello. That's too much work. Waits for him to run into his arms. I approve. Yeah, you can. Yeah, he has a pretty predictable route, so you can just find a spot where he'll come toward you and just grab him that way.
Part of me is almost tempted to do something like that.
Finish preparations, okay. So we're missing somebody, and the game isn't telling us where. Oh, you can't actually kill him? I know you can kill NPCs and he'll respawn. Like, you have to wait a week or something like that. And until then, the quest fails, and... Huh. So, where is the other map? And we're not getting any more pointers there. I guess we'll just have to wait until morning and hope for that. That's weird. Okay. Finish preparations, okay. Well, let's, I guess, rest until night anyway, and... That's the first time we rested and seen. Who summoned Leon? A bunch of people summoned Leon.
Well, who can blame him, really?
Man.
Oh, Luvi just finished summoning Leon.
Okay, well, thanks everybody, if that was any of you. Well, I don't recognize the names there.
Yeah. Nope, people just saw Leon. It's like, oh.
Let's see what the reviews were. We got sour steak, a shoulder cape, poison arrows.
A rock.
A rock. Some foe knowledge, unfamiliar foe 22, quests. Oh. Who could resist summoning? Paul's equipment has been changed? No, we'll keep that cape they gave him.
I hope I was able to please you, Arisen.
Good job, Leon.
I guess that means that we won't be getting quite as many unknown dialogues, but...
Yeah. That probably wasn't going to happen anyway if we make a fairly... I wasn't intending to make a popular pawn, but, you know, Leon is actually doing a pretty decent job with the design, and then...
Yeah, if you had wanted that, you should have just made, like, a bland guy and...
Right. Nobody would summon them, right?
Speak with me. What can I do?
Arg. Okay. Oh, okay, now we can talk to whoever this missing NPC was.
Yeah,
Aha. Where were you at lunchtime, Geraldo?
Apparently his store is opposite the one you went to first time.
Even though it was called Geraldo's Grocer.
You can't see me shrugging. But...
Well, the problem was that the game just hadn't spawned him since since they had the circle to talk to him wasn't even on the map. He was probably wandering outside of town. Come to think of it.
Ready, are you? Then I'll explain.
Okay.
Fearsome fleet of foot dashing about the
Fearsome
village
fleet of
knows
foot.
about his business.
There's two separate feats, dude.
When the thief arrives, you'll
Give chase.
And we'll have those pawns of yours keep watch outside the village.
Right, and a hand wave for why you can't just summon the pawns to cut off all avenues of escape.
Well, questions, cousin? Done with your preparations, good fisher?
Okay, I need more time. We're going to be depositing things to get into very light. So, all this food are waiting to molder a bit. And put that away. And skulls. Huh, is there a... If I had an item that inflicted stun, that'd be pretty perfect. Let's do... spare changes of clothes. I just don't think getting to very light is going to happen.
As you will. What can I do you
Oops.
for? Take care now.
Okay, Let's see. What is weighing us down? Even if I de-equipped like everything, I don't think we'd get into. Okay, let's trim down a bit. And oh, didn't realize canceling the dialogue would do it. Oh, okay, that was taking time. All right. So change equipment. Let's get her to